I don't consider myself to be a germaphobe, although I do have a few hygiene-related pet peeves. For instance, public restrooms where the soap dispensers are empty. Like, are you trying to make me get an infectious brain disease? I also hate pillowcases that feel grimy and sheets that feel like they need to be laundered, which is why I was shocked and surprised and intrigued when I was advertised a product on Instagram that promised to help with that issue. The clean sheets thing. This doesn't help with infectious brain disease, I don't believe. The tagline for Silvon Home is "Sheets get dirty, ours don't." And specifically, I was advertised these pillowcases which promise to help prevent acne. They're actually referred to as skincare pillowcases, so that's proof that we're living in the future. So I just had to pick up these pillowcases for my next installment of trying Instagram impulse purchase products. Were they futuristic? Yes. Were they expensive? Yes. Hello television viewers, my name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel for another Instagram impulse product purchase. And yes, I'm aware that I'm saying that title differently every single time. That's part of the fun of it, you never know. I love when people tell you what the fun part of something is. Nick, your titles seem a little inconsistent. Yeah, sweetie, that's part of the fun of it, okay? That's my brand. Oh, how convenient that your main criticism is fun for me. This is one of my favorite things that we do on my channel because frankly, most of my Instagram feed is made up of advertisements at this point. All of my ads are for like hair loss vitamins and skincare. So I really love it when something pops out at me as like, oh, that's unique and interesting. When I saw these anti-acne pillowcases, I thought, oh, that's unique and interesting. As someone who had struggled with acne for most of my life, I have been changing my pillowcases regularly for many years now. It seems like the most basic thing one can do to really prevent bacteria from growing on their skin. These pillowcases, however, claim to use antimicrobial silver interweaved into the cotton. We're gonna take a deep dive into the marketing behind Silvon and see if there's any substantiated claims behind it, and then we're gonna sleep on these for a night to see if they actually feel cleaner than a regular pillowcase. Yeah, we're doing an experiment. This is science. I'm a scientist. Everybody says so. If I were really a scientist, I could figure out how to stop sweating so much. But first, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you want me to try out even more Instagram products on this channel. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button right over here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload at least 2 every week. Growing up as a teenager with acne, a lot of the message boards and advice that I got online, a lot of it involved changing your pillowcase frequently, like every other day or every week. So that was something I always took to heart, and you know, pillowcases are cheap, so I have a whole bunch of them in my closet, and I can just switch them out every day or so. On that note, I had never really thought about spending a lot of money on pillowcases because, for one, I didn't see the point, and two, all of my pillowcases get ruined pretty quickly. There's like some light bleaching happening here. It's just starting on these because these are relatively new pillowcases, but a lot of the products that I use on my face, specifically things with benzoyl peroxide in them, which is in the prescription medication that I use at night, those are known to fade or discolor fabrics, dyed fabric. So to me, it's like, why spend a lot of money on a pillowcase if I'm just gonna ruin them instantly anyway? These pillowcases theoretically wouldn't need to be changed as frequently. Here's the page that I clicked over to from the ad. What makes Silvon different? Sheets collect oil and bacteria that can cause your skin to freak out. Silvon fabrics are clinically proven to eliminate 99% of P. acnes bacteria. That was always my understanding of why you're supposed to change your pillowcases often. The pillowcase set that I got here is $70. It comes with 2 pillowcases. I'm guessing the price is that high because they're made of silver? I don't know. Apparently this whole thing started as a Kickstarter and it was called Sleek Clean in the beginning. So they've obviously rebranded to become a little more millennial. All of the sheets come in gray and white. Ooh, here's a little video. So here it shows some silver intertwining over cotton. Very pretty. You might be wondering, how is a fabric with silver in it going to be soft? That's an excellent question. So let's pop these sheets out and see. What do you say? Here we go. Interesting. You can see there's sort of a pinstripe pattern on it, and these thin white lines are actually sort of metallic looking. You can actually see the detail a little better on their Instagram. That's exactly what it looks like. It's so interesting because it feels very soft, just like regular fabric would, but there is something a little different about it, and it's hard to explain. Like, my hands can tell that there's metal in it. I mean, I don't know that I would have been able to tell if I didn't already know that. Knowing that there's silver in it, I can kind of tell, but not because it's like, ooh, it's gonna be uncomfortable. comfortable. And they smell like absolutely nothing. There's no odor to them. They don't have a chemical smell. My hope would be that they feel just as fresh after one night of sleeping on them. So how exactly do I intend to test out these pillowcases? Well, as you already know, I am a registered scientist in the Hall of Science fame, so I thought of everything. Don't even worry about it. I put ordinary pillowcases on my pillows last night. We're gonna make the Silvon swap, so I'll have these example pillowcases of how they feel after one night of use. I sweat a lot in my nighttime sleeping. I don't know why it is. I think it's because I take lysine supplements, which night sweats is like a side effect of taking lysine, but it prevents cold sores, so I'm like, eh. I can tell just from one sniff that I slept on this last night. It smells like I sweat all night on it. That's what we're up against, Silvon. Let me get the evidence bag. This is like CSI level, wearing glasses, going to high school level science. Our control pillowcases are in the bag. I'm gonna let those rest over here. I have got to stop throwing things in my laboratory. It's super unprofessional. Step 2 in this science extravaganza, applying the experimental factor. Does anyone else like sort of hate putting pillowcases on? Oh, it even has a sort of sewn in flap. You can kind of close it off like that a little bit. Case number 2. Alright, I've got my new Silvon pillows, and it does feel like nice fabric. I'm excited to spend the night with these two. It's obviously still daytime, so we'll check in a few hours when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'll spend the time in between taking diligent notes and recording my findings from other experiments that I have going on. By that I mean I'm going to Bed Bath & Beyond to consider buying a SodaStream for the 30th time. Just pull the trigger, Nicholas. Don't be scared. They have a 24-hour support hotline to guide you in times of need. Hi. Life is stressful. We'll be back. Oh, good evening, and welcome to the bedtime zone. I could hardly get anything done today. I was so excited to come home and put my face on these pillows. Patience is not a virtue of mine, you know? It's actually 4 p.m. I already have gray bedding, so these Silvon pillowcases look just fine and actually quite nice, and they're soft to the touch, but I've yet to rest my weary head on one of them, so now for the moment of truth. Silver spoon in your mouth? Psh, I rest on a silver pillowcase. Ooh, that's some soft pillow. Soft. This one's soft too. Soft. Soft. Yes, I like them. They're comfortable. I think these will work just fine. I am going to get some sleep. I will check in with you guys in the morning, and then we will examine these pillowcases to see which one is fresher after one night of use. Will there be a difference in my new high-tech Silvon pillowcases? Only time will tell. Sleep tight, everybody. Oh, good morning. Rise and shine. What if I wanted you to believe that that's how I actually woke up? Instantly like, rise and shine. No, I have trouble in the mornings. You should know that about me. I've already spent a few hours just trying to get my brain right again. Every single morning, it's like I'm born anew and I have to relearn what everything is because I'm so confused. I'll be like, what? Hello? But all that aside, we made it through the night on our first slumber with our Silvon pillows. These pillows are super comfortable. I honestly was afraid that I would feel like metal threads running through them and that would be unpleasant. Can't say that happened at all. They're very soft, breathable like they said. I'm fully open to the idea that this is all in my head, but I feel like I can tell the difference between these and a cheaper pillowcase. The quality of the fabric is definitely appreciated. How bougie do I sound right now? Gwyneth Paltrow up in here. But yes, I super duper enjoyed sleeping on these, and now it's time to examine them to see if they are any fresher and cleaner than my other pillowcases. The science time has begun! In this bag I have yesterday's control cases, and of course right here we have our special science Silvon pillowcases. Now to keep things super accurate and scientific, I'm just going to sniff these things with my nose. I'm pretty sure I learned in science class that you're never supposed to sniff things, you're supposed to waft because you don't want to like inhale chemicals, but whatever chemicals are leaking out of my head onto a pillowcase, I'm pretty much stuck with them all day anyway, so I'm not too worried. Let's give it a sniff test. Definitely a little musty. Smells like head sweat. If your head was sweaty, that's what it would smell like. And now for the Silvon. That is weird. That is so weird. They do smell distinctly different. Like, this one smells like it's been used, and this one smells quite like it had just been washed. No fragrance of my body at all. Oh, also this pillow stays a lot cooler throughout the night. I don't know if that has to do with the silver in the thread, or if it's the breathable organic cotton or what, but definitely more pleasant sleeping experience. It smells so fresh, everybody loves this pillow. I'm so surprised by how well these work, and you know, that doesn't even speak to the fact that these are supposed to prevent acne from forming too. That I'll have to test out over time. Even beyond the holistic skincare aspect of these pillows, I'm more into the fact that they don't start to smell dirty as quickly, and for that reason, I would even consider buying the whole bed set, which comes with the sheets and the fitted sheet. If that meant that I could have a fresher bed every night, that would be very cool. You got me, Silvon. I'm so into like future home technology. They can make dogs speak English words now. I've seen it on Ripley's Believe It or Not. We are living in the future. What do you guys think? Have you heard about this trick of changing your pillowcase frequently to prevent acne? Do you do that? And would you try a pillowcase that's designed to make that a little bit easier? Also, what are your hygiene or germophobic pet peeves? Let me know in the comments below. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more trying out Instagram impulse purchase products on this channel. It's one of my favorite series that we do here. Also, that thumbs up helps recommend this video to other YouTube viewers who might want to see it, so I really appreciate that. And most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right over here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload at least 2 every week. You guys are all the greatest. Thank you so much for getting silver pillowcased with me today. I will see you next time.